Okay, so we're gonna do some Romney.
Oh, nice.
We have this really nice, yeah, can you grab the staple length of it? Show them, oh, look at this. Look at the staple length on this Romney.
This is nice.
This is a very pretty fleece. There's a lot of lanolin in it. I mean,
Look
it's
at the
not
luster.
overly,
That's
but
great.
it's beautiful.
And it's so clean as far as vegetable matter goes. There's nothing in
No,
here.
nothing,
This is great.
nothing.
Wow.
And
nice.
This came from a farm up the road, Virginia's friend. And it's, I love it. It's a gorgeous fleece. So what we're going to do is, it just goes in. We're going to continue to fill with some water here.
Now, do you put the water right on the fiber?
I do. I do because I just leave it in the one spot and I've never had it matte. You know, the change of temperature, I guess, is what you want to be very careful of.
So what
you
do we
don't wanna-
got? What do we got here, temperature-wise?
Well, I don't do it as hot as it can get. Some people do, but I don't think you need it. And what I wash with is Tide. I use Tide because, unless I have a really greasy fleece, and the only reason I use the Tide is because I was told a long time ago by a woman that Tide whitens and brightens. And Dawn, of course, is good too, and that cuts the grease. But if I like to have a little bit of lanolin left in the grease, so really what you use to me is your choice. I know you use something different.
Yeah. I use Dawn for the most part, but you think we should maybe bring the folks over and have them look right in here so
Sure.
they can see what it looks like? Hold on.
Definitely.
Just gonna let them see that.
And we're going to fill that up so that
Look
it
at that.
covers.
So it's, and here's the, wow,
Yeah.
there it is. That's the inside scoop.
And it's going to cover the fiber, the water, and that's probably enough, which you
that
saw. Yeah.
Okay.
And what I do is I put the lid on and I just give it one quick twirl. You know, your tub is turning in there because I think that it pushes the centrifugal force of the water, goes right through the fiber nicely and starts to break up any of the dirt or the lanolin that's in it. So, and then basically I let it sit for 10 minutes. I don't want it to cool down too much because I don't want the drastic change in temperature. I don't want it to be sitting in cold water. So my way is to let it cool down for 10 minutes. So let's let that sit there for 10 minutes and come back and see.
Okay.
Okay, so there's one other thing we wanted to show you on this. There is a drain, which is very convenient, so there's no lifting or pouring. And there it is. And Virginia,
So I'm going to just reach in there and just pull it out, and that'll
you can pull that tube right out.
There we go. There it is. Oh yeah, look at the color of that water.
And it's draining nicely. So we'll let that drain. And I also give it one twirl around because it really, that force pushes that water out too. So if you're in kind of a hurry.
Does it matter which way you go?
No, it doesn't matter with that which way you go. You don't want to lift the lid off of that. You can hear that water swishing quicker.
I'm going both ways. Oh yeah, look at that. All coming out.
So it'll take a few minutes to drain, and if you do twirl it around, it comes out a little bit quicker. So let's let that drain and see what the fiber looks like so far, and then we're going to rinse it. So we've drained out our water through the little hole in the bottom, and look at this with one.
Wow, look what's in there. Let me turn that off for a second. Look at that. There's the fiber.
And look how clean it is. If you remember how well, it wasn't filthy fiber, but it was that lanolin color, you know, the golden color from all the lanolin.
And this is, again, the
Warm,
temperature.
same as we started with to wash it. So now basically all I'm doing is going to cover the fiber again, and I like to add vinegar because I'm using household soap. I think some of the soaps that are meant for wool, you don't have to. Is that right? I'm not sure, because you use something different.
Yeah, I think probably it depends on, how much fiber you're washing, what you're washing it in, and how much residue. I think the vinegar, if you have a lot of residue in your,
You want
from
to
the
use...
detergent, it
Yeah.
sort of,
That's why I use it. So actually, I use, you know, about a tablespoon, and that's about how I measure it. And so we're going to cover the fiber again. Let that sit for a few minutes. And just to mention, you know, we didn't use, I didn't fill this up with fiber, but I have filled it up to approximately here with fiber and gotten it clean. It's just a little more time consuming, and we just wanted to be able to show you in a reasonable amount of time here. But that's probably enough water.
okay?
And now I think we can just let that sit for probably the same amount of time, 10 minutes. And then we'll be ready to drain it, spin it, which is going to be amazingly dry after we spin it in that, and take it
That's
out.
the best part, getting all that dampness out. That's cool. And you could do this outside. I mean, we're lucky because we have this big sink, but you could do this outside and
Yes.
drain it right out.
I've done it outside because my sink, I only have a kitchen sink. We're lucky to have this
Yeah,
utility sink.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a utility sink, another good reason to do it this way.
Great.
All right, so we'll be back.